Hey guys, welcome to another video. So I wanted to address something that I think a lot of people go through when becoming vegan, is persuading or making your family and your parents accept the fact that you're transitioning to being a vegan. It can be a really tough time for you because you have all this new information in your head and they're telling you otherwise. You're very confused at this point, and maybe you might even go back into eating animal products, and that's not what we want because you've made the connection and you're just going to have that guilt in your head about eating animal products, and it's just not what you want to do. So obviously your parents' concern would be your health. Your health is your number one priority. They want you to be safe, they want you to be healthy, because you're going to be developing and growing into an awesome adult, and they obviously don't want you to fall sick and die, because that's probably what they think that will happen if you go vegan. So my first tip would be to educate them, to show them documentaries maybe that you've watched, show them scientific evidence, show them there's some really good doctors, Dr. McDougall, Dr. Neil Bernard. There's heaps of books called 80-10-10, The Starch Solution, The China Study. There's a whole host of other resources that you could use to educate your family and your parents, so they're on the same page as you, because it's a bit difficult when you have all this information in your head but they don't. So you expect them to understand you, but it's just difficult because they don't and they're uneducated about it. Also showing them slaughterhouse footage, because everyone should watch slaughterhouse footage so they know where their food comes from. Everyone should know where their food comes from. If you've got a child, you show them where their food comes from. Fruit and vegetables, go fruit picking with them, show them where their food comes from, educate them. If you give them meat, eggs and dairy, show them footage and let them make the decision if they want to consume those products or not, based on where it comes from. There's a really good documentary called Farm to Fridge, Meet Your Meat, and they all show you where your food comes from. Also, they might be concerned about you getting all your nutrients and vitamins, and protein's a big one. So misconception that vegans are low in protein, iron and B12. Actually, before I went vegan, I got a blood test and I was actually low in proteins, low in iron and low in B12 eating animal products. When I went vegan, 6 months into going vegan, I got another blood test and my levels went up, and I was actually in adequate levels of iron, B12 and protein. All plant foods contain protein, by the way. They have all essential amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. But you can print out some foods and you can say, like, Mum, Dad, look, this has got this much calcium, this has got this much iron. All plant foods have all the essential minerals and vitamins that your body needs. The rest your body produces, like cholesterol, any other cholesterol that you get externally is actually really damaging to your body. So a lot of people don't know that all plant foods do not have any cholesterol at all. Iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, protein, carbohydrates, fats, you name it, plants have got it. Where do you think that animals like cows and stuff get their minerals and vitamins? From the grass, from the earth. Iron, calcium, magnesium, they're all minerals. They come from the earth. That's where they're first made, they're first produced. And educate them that it's a not restrictive way to live, because people think that you just eat like lettuce and salads for breakfast, lunch and dinner, when really you have a massive variety of different whole foods, plants, vegetables, mock meats, sausages and milks and yogurts. Also, if you want to do something in life, this goes for anything, if you really want to do it because you think it's the right thing to do, it's always the right thing to do. It's always the right time to do the right thing. So saying, you know, I want to go vegan in 2 years, 3 years, when I'm 18 or when I'm out of home, because it's going to be easier. But if you've educated yourself, why would you want to still contribute to the suffering and pain of animals when it's like the easiest thing to do to give those foods up, because in 2016 there's so many alternatives for the foods that you can't give up. You name it, it's veganized. Also, if it gets to the point where there's conflict in your family and it's difficult and they tell you have to buy your own food, that's what I had to go through. It's pretty difficult for about a year. I had to buy my own food, even just basic food like rice and potatoes they would supply me with because they were against what I was doing. But as time went by, they kind of accepted the fact that it's not a phase and I'm actually passionate and serious about it, and I'm not getting sick, I'm getting healthier, I have more energy, and they can see that. Yeah, don't let them persuade you into not doing it once you've educated yourself, because you're your own person, and at the end of the day they cannot control what you put in your body. They cannot force you to eat foods that you don't want to eat, especially since it's an animal. Top tips are to be calm about it, accept the fact that you're educated but they're not educated on this topic of veganism. So just slowly start incorporating things, even go shopping with them and show them how unrestricted it is. Cook with them in the kitchen, show them all the different foods you can make, even cook for them for lunch and dinner for the whole family so they can try what you eat, and that can convert them to veganism too. It's all about working together and accepting the fact that people need time to accept things. It can be a big shock. Also, be prepared to get a lot of shit from your family, from your friends. People like bag you out because you're like some weird cunt who doesn't like eat meat or animal products. So just be prepared for that, and you know what, don't take it too seriously because you can't avoid people like that. Just laugh about it and then maybe plant a seed in their brain, educate them a little bit. If they have questions about like what do you eat, you know, show them, and they might be like, oh cool, you know, I might give it a go. If you show them like slaughterhouse footage, they might be like, fuck, I didn't know that actually happens. A lot of people don't know what happens. They think it's not in Australia, it doesn't happen in Australia, but it does. It's a practice that happens everywhere in every single slaughterhouse. So just don't take shit from anyone. Just remember your focus, never stop not doing what you're doing just because people are bullying you or giving you shit for it, because you're doing something great. You're standing up for the voiceless animals, not voiceless, but we don't give them a voice, we don't give them a choice. And just have that at the back of your brain, actually in the front of your brain, your main focus for the animals. They need you, they need us. It's happening right now, every single second of the day, and it needs to be stopped. And we need to work together to help it stop and help the suffering, the pain, the murder, because it's unacceptable. Hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts and any other advice to give to people. That'd be really helpful. Also subscribe because I've got cool things coming up, and enjoy your day. Peace.